Hello, good morning. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Laura from Tenacious Taurus Tarot, and this is going to be the general daily collective message for Thursday, May the 30th. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid, guys. So this reading could resonate today. The message may or may not be for you, so just take what resonates. Leave behind the rest. And so we've got the moon in Pisces today, and whenever the moon transits through Pisces and works its way through my 12th and my first house, it takes a lot of strength for me to go into these very nostalgic energies and emotions. And so we do have the moon today squaring it up with Venus. I am a Venus in Gemini, and we do have Venus in Gemini, and we also have the moon squaring it up with the sun today. And so I think it's going to take a lot of great strength to go into these states of nostalgia. And so I was sitting in the energy of the strength card with the moon, and 818 was a major sync. 818, strength, magician, strength. With the moon in Pisces squaring it up with the sun, I do feel this was bringing forward the energy of the death card with the hanged man, and so Scorpio Pisces energy along with the hermit and the 6 of cups. And so I always get really nostalgic when the moon moves through Pisces. The energy is very highly sensitive as well, depending on how many water placements you have or where Pisces might land in your own personal birth chart. But I feel with the moon also square Venus, this is the wheel with the 3 of cups. And so moving on from third party, I feel moving towards fated connections, exploring any hidden emotions. I always feel very emotional when the moon moves through Pisces, and seeking those meaningful connections in our lives. And so there's this big void energy I feel in the collective. And so we are exploring some deep-seated emotions, I feel. Collectively, we're learning to overcome negative emotions, feelings of possessiveness or jealousy. I felt a lot of heart chakra energy. And so you might want to work with selenite. I got me a great big chunk of selenite right here. I organized my space the other day and rearranged all my crystals. The energy is feeling very fresh around here. But I think right now, what I think we need collectively is to find these true, meaningful interactions in our life. I'm all done with the superficial, right? And so how can you embrace this period of growth, instilling harmony in your friendships, in your relationships? And I do feel it is like cause for celebration, because I feel a lot of us are completing a very painful healing journey that we've been on for many years now. And so I feel the wheel with the 3 of cups is also a representation of positive changes and having the strength to face all of these unknown, unexplored aspects of ourself, right? Because we can't fully explore intimacy with another until we've explored all of these intimate, dark places within ourselves. And so it is a time of tension, though, as well, I feel, for those that are afraid to do that inner work, for that deep intimacy that so many say that they want. And so right now I feel there's a conflict too between desires and needs. Squares are very tense aspects, usually playing out externally. I always feel like a square is like a tower, whereas an opposition is more like an internal struggle, like the 5 of Wands. And so I feel right now there's a lot of irrational, impulsive emotions and a need to balance the head and the heart, right? Logic with emotion. And so there's an opportunity, I feel, in these energies as the moon transits through Pisces to really reflect on the past. And really, the only way to fully move forward is to look back at the past and to understand the lesson and to allow the emotions of that lesson to pass through us, rather than to repress them and stuff them down without the acknowledgement of an ending. And so I do feel right now we need to find strength in adversity. We are in this process of initiations, spiritual initiations, for powerful transformations. It's taking place. We're all feeling it. But we do have to be willing to surrender our old ways in order to embrace the new. And it's a tough process to release the old mindsets, the old beliefs, the old limitations, the old patterns, the old relationship cycles. But we all have the ability to face these obstacles and challenges and overcome them. And so I was really sitting in this hermit with the 6 of cups. You think of the hermit This is soul searching, spiritual awakening. The Six of Cups is a deep desire to retreat, I feel, and find meaning in relationship connections, to take time for that introspection, for meditation, when it comes to getting rooted in a spiritual vocation, or maybe exploring some new spiritual practices. But I feel there's a deep sense of emotional loss or disappointment in the energies, is really what it felt like, an underlying grieving energy. I was drawn to use the Arthurian Tarot, and I was drawn to talk about the Hermit card, or Lancelot in exile. And so this is a sense of emotional loss or disappointment. And isolation can bring sadness, but isolation also brings deep inner wisdom, right? And so if we think of the meaning of the Hermit card, it is all about withdrawing from the external world and exploring your inner reality. I quite enjoy my inner reality a lot better than my external reality most days. The Hermit also needs to go within and take time to recuperate. 555, after any upheaval or unexpected changes, which are here. This is about consulting your own inner wisdom from within. That's what the Hermit does. The Hermit already knows the answers. You got to consult your inner wisdom. And so the Hermit takes a step back. The Hermit kind of observes. It's a similar energy to the High Priestess, but the opposite, right? And so the Pisces and the Virgo axis, it's searching for that inner soul guidance is what the Hermit does traditionally, right? It can also mean a wise person or a wise teacher or a wise guide. Usually somebody with prominent Virgo placements would represent the Hermit card. So you might look to where Virgo is in your chart. But this is also maybe somebody in their ego that will reject the help from others because of some past inhibited relationships. And so when we operate out of a state of fear or suspicion of the external world, that just means there's more exploration to do internally. We can't be reluctant to new ideas or new people because we do our deepest healing in connection with others, even if it does trigger these underlying issues to be dealt with. And so if you think of the story of Lancelot in exile, he had to flee the court. So he roamed the lands of the Arthurian lands as a wild man. And so he was an inspiration to a lot of the knights of the Round Table. And so he had a passion for many, many women, like that Knight of Wands energy. And so he was not deterred for the love. He went after the love of the queen, right? He did. He wanted the love of the queen, of Queen Guinevere. And he thought her to be of magic, right? This royal Queen Guinevere to be of this magical, loyal lady in waiting. And so he wanted to win over Queen Guinevere. And so it is a very enchanting story. And so he was believed to have met Guinevere in her bedchamber, but he was deceived by an enchantress, so basically like a Jezebel spirit. And so Sir Lancelot kind of had to go into this grief because he was banished from the court. And he kind of went mad. He kind of went insane. And so we often too can go insane when we are overly logical when it comes to the spiritual journey, when we overthink and we are trying to be over analytical about something. It's like running through the forest and not being able to see the tree through the forest. And so I do feel this is a big message about consequences and their action, and the virtue of love and the virtue of the grail and healing the mind. I feel is a big message coming through. And then you think of the Six of Cups. It's all about nostalgia and fond memories and the past and reflection, and maybe having old friends re-enter your life, or people from the past re-entering your life, bringing maybe unexpected surprises, good or bad. It might mean having to meet certain aspects of the past as a reflection of what it is that you still need to do some deeper healing work on. And so I do feel right now there's an energy being fostered when it comes to finding a common ground. And so let's dig in with some cards. I would like to timestamp it. So I guess we're going to timestamp it at 9:22. We're going to jump in with some tarot and some oracle messages, and we're going to stick to the theme of the Arthurian Tarot. And that's what I was guided to use today to receive a message. And apparently we needed the selenite here. So We're going to put the selenite here right by my pyramid towers of crystals. But we always like to start off with an oracle deck, right? So we're going to jump in with the wisdom of the Avalon oracle cards. And so the oracle cards usually set the tone for the reading. And so let's get into it. Movement into balance is what I heard. 36, there is a King of Cups energy coming through, moving into balance when it comes to a third party situation and a burden. And there's the forest and the trees. And so there is communication about a new beginning in love. And now I feel a King of Swords energy, truth. So these are kind of like major arcana cards. So I feel like a reorientation here. Somebody's like waving the white flags. I feel like after many red flags of coming to light, of many red flags, and I feel somebody's in a spiraling loop of the same pattern over and over and over again. And so movement into balance. I feel Aquarian energy here. Truth. And something coming full circle. So that's interesting. I was really drawn to So Long London, I think, on the Taylor Swift album, the new Taylor Swift album, and So Long London, and I kept hearing burn the bridges down. And so London Bridge is fallen down, burn the bridge down. So maybe there needs to be a bridge that is mended that got burnt down, but it will require truth. And so I feel an underlying energy of Taurus coming through, judgment, and somebody might need to ask for some help to release a burden, but I think some truth is coming to light, whatever that means for you. So let's get into it. Death. Oh my God, movement and death. So this could be the death of a cycle, the idea, a person. It could be a physical death. It doesn't have to be, but I just feel 46. There is a sacred journey here. I think reaching some type of completion. A Six of Cups energy, so the death to maybe some old cycles, relationship cycles. Six of Cups is some childhood memories. I think the death to the nostalgia, so we can move into a state of balance. We definitely got somebody here all up in their emotions, and it's feeling like a King of Cups, a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, doesn't have to be, or somebody that has strong water placements in their chart. Could just be a masculine doing some deep emotional exploration. But let's get into it, guys, and let's see what needs to come through for the collective. Keep in mind, this reading is not sign specific. So I will call out zodiac signs that you may or may not be dealing with. If you haven't already done so, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video, comment on the video, and share the video. It helps circulate the content, helps the channel to grow. Just a nice, free, easy way to show me some love and show me some support. If you'd like to book a reading, there is also a web page link below, so check it out. And if you want to become a channel member and access some bonus content, check out the video card link above or the description box below. And so we got somebody here shifting their perception about a union of some sorts. Well, it looks like the path has been cleared. It doesn't look like they're in a foggy forest anymore where they can't see the forest through the trees. And so somebody here is gaining a new perspective about a Two of Cups union, about a soulmate connection. Oh, we've got a masculine coming through. We get a stag today. We get pride, we get leadership, and we get healing. So we've got somebody here that's a guide. I feel strong Aquarian energy. What do we got? And we got the Fire Fairy. I feel a Four of Wands. A Four of Wands. Somebody is being guided to take creative action to some type of union of sorts. And so I almost feel like a Queen of Wands energy there as well. Somebody is being guided to bring in some type of loyal offer to, I feel, somebody that is a creator of some sort. And so there is a sincere offer coming in here. And this is going to lead to sincerity, security, unconditional love. Dogs are usually loyal. So somebody's manifested a golden retriever is what I want to say. Like I know I was scrolling TikTok a couple days ago and I've never heard of that term before. Got myself a golden retriever. So I do feel a loyal commitment is coming. And so 19, there is some type of an illumination about a Two of Cups energy coming through. And I do feel there's somebody here maybe going through a breakdown of some old beliefs when it comes to their ego. And there's this energy of cleaning house, a huge releasing of some emotional baggage, temperance. So Sagittarius energy. And so, yeah, there is a major release. And you know, frogs, they jump, they leap. And so somebody here is being asked to take a leap of faith. And I think they're going straight towards a high priestess. And I think there's fear surrounding this because the high priestess knows. She knows. She has this prophetic vision about her, right? She's mysterious. She's a messenger of the divine. So we do have Pisces energy coming through with the moon in Pisces. We do have somebody that communicates with otherworldly energies and a higher power here. And I feel we've got a high priestess here that has completely let go of this soul suppression is what it feels like. Letting go, Aquarius. We could have somebody with prominent Pisces and Aquarius in their chart. But I do feel we've got a master soul here that has mastered discernment. And somebody's coming in with an offer and they are like a novice. Get ready for some major changes. We got a Grail Knight coming in. So we do have an offer here. It's almost like a page and a knight coming in with some truth to the queen. To the queen. And so I think the winds of change. There is a very powerful woman coming through in this reading who has deep, sensual, feminine power mastered. I do feel that is purified, that is ready to receive a new beginning in love, that I feel has mastered some type of intellectual analysis. And there is somebody coming in, I feel, with a beginner's mindset. And there's nothing wrong with being a beginner because we all got to start somewhere, right? I feel maybe this person in the past was a little bit ignorant and we don't know until we know, and that's okay. But there's a new skill being brought forward. Somebody I feel is seeking the sacred. So seeking the sacred, get ready to receive a message of truth. This is marking a very curious time, I feel, of mending bridges, crossing bridges, even burning bridges. So we've got somebody coming in, I feel, after a huge emotional purge of some past baggage, and they're coming in towards this high priestess, this queen, that I feel has let go of any expectations of anybody coming into her world. The high priestess is also a very singular energy. The high priestess is often found alone in her own little world, doing her own little thing. So let's keep it in theme with the Arthurian timeline, and we're going to jump in a little bit deeper with the Arthurian tarot. Let's get into it, guys. I haven't used this deck in a long time. I resonate very deeply with the Arthurian timeline. Look at that. Look at that, guys. We got a divine masculine and a divine feminine coming through. We get King Arthur and we get Queen Guinevere. And so there is some type of spiritual energy for sure. This masculine, usually the masculine represents Aries energy, but I feel Pisces with the dragon type fish above him. And so this King Arthur is holding a sword of truth across his lap. And we've got a queen here that looks like she's spinning a pendulum a little bit. And so you see the white bull behind. And so there is something very holy here. Didn't they just sacrifice white bulls, I think, at the Vatican or something? I don't really follow the news very often, but we do have like something about the threads of time. Let's get into it. Let's do 9 cards and let's see what needs to come through for a collective message today. This one fell out. So Spear Hallow, we got a brand new spark. This is the Ace of Wands. So something here is being woven. And we do have a King of Cups coming through here. I did feel water. Bringing in an offer to a Queen of Cups that I feel has been holding space. And I do feel maybe there's been a passage of time. Look at the floor beneath her is all cracked. And we've got a masculine here that I feel is really taking some time to go within and do some emotional exploration. So we do have a divine masculine coming through for sure. We got another flipper. Okay, and it landed right on the frog and the dog. And so we got the 6 of Pentacles that came through. And so there's something here that is in the balancing when it comes to some karma. And so there is like a portal of energy. Oh, that kind of hurt. There is a portal of energy here being activated when it comes to divine unions. And so we get the stone hollow. This is the Ace of Pentacles. And so checkmate, right? And so you don't say checkmate until you're ready to make that last move, right? So don't share your next move. Be mysterious. That came through yesterday. We get the sun reversed. And so there is a new beginning here. But you got to walk through the valley of the shadow of death is what I heard. Oh, don't mind my little Hello Kitty Band-Aid there. And then we get the Chariot. And so there is a tidal wave of emotions, I feel. So somebody is walking through the shadow of death here. Walking through the tunnel of rebirth is what it feels like. And emotions are very, very heavy. And so there's a light shining down on what needs to be moved away, moved out of the way in order to go towards success. And so Cancer energy, Leo energy, and we get the Four of Cups, which is what I felt this High Priestess had let go of. With this letting go, I felt the Four of Cups. And so I feel with this Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, there is a releasing of some stuckness, some stuck emotions. There is a storm brewing, and I did hear we were supposed to get scattered thunder showers today. And so we get the Grail 10. So we do get a 10 of Cups here. The path is being opened when it comes to emotional fulfillment. And so Spirit is really guiding somebody towards their path. We get the 10 of Swords. But first there needs to be some truth spoken when it comes to some past hurt, some past betrayal that needs to be moved through, that needs to be moved on from. And so this is connected to a home situation. We get the Two of Cups in reversed. And that's right below the Four of Cups. And so you don't see it yet, but you got to let the old go before the new can come in. Because currently there is a Two of Cups trying to come in that will be your happily ever after. But first you got to work through the nostalgia and what didn't work out in the past. And so, yeah, in order to plant that new seed. And so we do get the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So I do feel like closing out a major 7-year cycle. What's dead and gone is gone. It's over, right? And so I do feel it's time to tear down the walls. It's time to open up again and tear down the walls. And then we get the Sword Maiden, the Queen of Swords. No, that's not the Queen of Swords. Is it? Let me double check here. The Spear Knight. So we get a Knight of Wands in reversed. At the crossroads. So this is the energy of act now, think later. Some things we just have to work on instinct. And so this is unexpected movement for sure. We get the Stone 10, which is the 10 of Pentacles towards completion of a cycle. This is the pinnacle. And so something has been very icy cold, I feel, because somebody here has really been struggling with some type of internal battle about taking action, because I feel there's been a burdensome situation here that is really needed to be talked about. And so there is some type of offer or apology. There is an opportunity to have a very emotional conversation. And so we do get the Lady of the Lake. I do feel there is a High Priestess energy here that is patiently waiting to receive news. I do feel we do have a singular feminine energy here. She is shining brightly, and she's already gone into the darkness. So I do feel there's an apology coming if you resonate as this High Priestess. Absolutely. And so I'd like to know what this Knight of Wands in reverse has to say, because I think they're at the crossroads of taking immediate action. So what does this guy got to say? He's coming in with truth. And so the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And he's going in to speak truth to a Queen of Swords, who you better come with the whole truth and nothing but the truth with, because she's cutthroat, right? She is the embodiment of discernment. She speaks the truth. She embodies the truth. And she's holding that sword, although she's kind of clean. She's cleaning it. She's getting it ready. And we get the Stone of 5. And so if this is somebody going back to somebody that they may be ghosted or abandoned or left out in the cold, I think they better be coming correct, because I feel there's a feminine here that has healed from some deep heartbreak, has healed from a broken bridge. and she had to create closure for herself is what it feels like. And so I think somebody's coming in with some great strength, and I think they've withheld coming in with this communication. There's that Hermit. Yeah, there's been some blocked communication or struggles with communication. Somebody's really thinking long and hard about what do I say. I think it's going to take great strength to open up that treasure box, right? Because somebody, I think, has really repressed their ability to be intimate with another. We get Leo, the strength could be pride. We do have that Grail Hermit coming through with the King of Swords in reverse, and the Grail 5 and the Sword 5. And so somebody here, I feel, is like going through a karmic reckoning when it comes to recognizing a pattern of lack of emotional vulnerability. The King of Swords in reverse really isn't emotionally available, and oftentimes is just completely detached emotionally. And so there's a need to recognize that, where you self-deceive, where you self-sabotage, because they do feel there's a need to close out a past cycle, to unblock some emotions when it comes to some sort of separation with a spiritual partner or somebody where I feel there is a lot of love there. And so there is like a higher union here, and there's a need to recognize which path to take. And so the path between two is being presented. So we all have free will. We all get to choose which path we want to go down. But I do think discernment is going to be key. And I do feel we've got a queen here that is just waiting for her king to arrive. And so I also feel we've got somebody here that's waving the flag, and she's all done with red flags. And she will move on, even if it means walking away from somebody that potentially could be the love of her life, because she's all done with secrets. She's all done with lies. She's done the work, right? She's done her healing work. And she's hit the mark, is what I want to say. And she knows her worth. She knows her value. So she's all done with sleeping lords, I feel. And so this is the energy of judgment. So there's a major wake-up call coming in. And this is the washer and the Ford. And I'm hearing that Don Henley song, People Like Dirty Laundry. And so it is the energy of all the dirty laundry's got to come out with the washer and the Ford, if you are to create that deep, intimate connection. And so get ready for like the rug to get pulled under. I think there's going to be an unexpected arrival of truth. So what are we going to close off this reading with? What are we going to close this off with? We are going to close it off with a divine door message. What doorway is the collective about to walk through? Draw down the moon. I think with the moon in Pisces, it's bringing a call to the collective, saying that all things that are lost so can be found again. And so there's a destined change of course, or a destined path being presented, and you get to choose that divine door. So we get a moment's joy and trust the universe. Are you ready to walk through this doorway experience? Because somebody here, I think, feels like their life is slipping through the sands of an hourglass. And I'm hearing, these are the days of our lives. I was a huge soap opera girl way back in the day. But, you know, love does last forever. Love is infinite. A moment in time will last forever. And so somebody here, I feel, is going to follow the bliss of their heart's will, divine will. And so intuition, I feel, maybe led somebody astray, and it was bad timing in the past. The timing is not yours to decide, but it is the universe's timing at play. And so have faith and breathe, because I do feel maybe two people at a distance. And so this distance is calling somebody's heart back home. So get ready to see things from a different perspective, and get ready to enter into the unknown. And that's kind of what I got for a message today. Keep love the focus, though. Keep love the focus, and really harness that feminine power, I feel, and let go of anything no longer serving you. And that's what I got for a message today, guys. If you would like to book a reading with me, check out the description box below, and I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.